Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go.
Hey guys, I'm Sarah, this is Rue, and this is our Toyota Sienna mini camper van. So first of all, I want to start by saying this build is not complete whatsoever. This is a partial build. I plan on fully building it out, but my boyfriend and I went on a 2-week road trip that we just got back from, so we had to pull something together very quickly, even though the build wasn't done. And I'm very impressed with what we were able to pull off, and I had to share it with you guys. This actually turns into a double bed, which I will show you guys later. I'm very, very happy with the fact that we were able to incorporate so many appliances in this quick setup and also be able to turn this into a double bed, all in a minivan. It's kind of amazing. The only permanent structures that I have built in the van so far is this piece here that goes across the entire width and it's bolted into the bottom. And then I also have flooring in here. So there are support beams going across and there is insulation underneath. I will have a faceplate right here to cover all of that ugliness. And instead of doing rugs, I'll probably do some sort of mat or floor tile. Sorry for all of our footprints, but it worked so well. The reason that I didn't put flooring over there is because I wanted more space for storage underneath the bed. So a general overview of how we have it set up. I bought an extra large lounge chair. This is nice because it can also be lifted if you need to get into the storage at all. And we keep the power station right below. There's plenty of access for storage here. This is where we kept 2 duffel bags with our clothing. I have a trash can here that is air sealed to try to keep all of the smells in. Just some lighting back here. We have a lantern and a magnetized flashlight. And coming over here, I bought this table because it's collapsible and I figured we would use it outside to cook. But I ended up securing it to this component that I built that is bolted into the floor. It's very sturdy. I secured it to that and we ended up having a table that functioned as a cooking area, and it also helped to convert the bed into a double bed, which once again I will show you later. Underneath we stored another component to convert into the double bed, and then also some emergency items underneath. There's like a little TV tray underneath all of this, so you can access it from the front. I just wanted it for more storage. We have a cooking stove right here that's both propane and butane. Back there, there's a bunch of just road safety items. As you can see, I stored some here too. These are traction pads. There are tire chains back there. There's a lot of hidden storage back there, which I will show once the build is complete. This is a collapsible sink. We didn't use that at all, but what we did use is this nifty little setup that I will show you in just a moment. So I just have a 3.5 gallon jug of water right here. It has a little hole for air ventilation, which is where I put the tube in for the sink. And then you turn this on and you have a little outdoor shower sink. I do need to get longer tubing, but eventually the plan is to have 2 of these, a fresh and a gray, and then use the sink and have some sort of sink setup. I'm still working out the logistics, and this has worked very well for now. We used this a lot on our trip for many, many uses. Okay, let's go around to the other side. Some of the appliances that were incorporated into this very temporary but efficient setup are my ICECO cooler, which is also a fridge and a freezer. Very power efficient. Such a game changer when you're traveling for weeks on the road to have fresh food and cold drinks wherever you go. A toilet by Trelino, which I am so excited about. I've always wanted one of these. They're very compact, they're very simple. They contain the smell really well. It's just so convenient to have when you're in a location where there are no bathrooms in sight and you can't just squat on the side of the highway. So this has been amazing to have. And then I also have a power station in the back by Anchor. This entire setup is very similar to how I plan to have the permanent build. But now that we were able to test it out for a couple weeks, there are definitely some things that I might change around. Most importantly, the cooler has been kind of hard to access from the side or from the back. It's just like an awkward maneuver. But this is also a key component to turning this into a double bed. So I do have some things to figure out there. But as far as the temporary setup, this was amazing. Underneath the bed, there is lots of storage. We kept a safe up front there. We have 2 boxes which contained food. We did a lot of dehydrated meals since I don't have like a total kitchen setup yet. It was just the easier way to go. We used a camping stove, boiled water, did a lot of dehydrated meals. Also, disclaimer, I got them on a crazy sale at REI. I got them in the bundle, and then I also used the 20% coupon. So they weren't as expensive as they normally would have been, so please don't hate. It was just an easy solution for car camping and being on the road and still getting nutritious meals almost every day. The back component is kind of where we kept like dirty laundry and miscellaneous things that aren't as easy to access. This is also where we kept the styrofoam that the Trelino Toilet came in. I just want to show you guys a couple more things on that side, and then we will set the double bed up. One of my absolute favorite features about this van are these automatic doors. It makes it so much easier when I'm traveling with Rue to let her in and out and not even have to worry about getting out of my seat. It's just made everything so much more convenient in so many ways. And the fact that it doesn't swing out. I love that it stays close to the van. Okay, so this is where we kept 2 bins wedged with our food. I really love these pet food storage containers because they have a rubber sealing in them and they help seal smells, which this still smells like coffee, I just noticed. And this is also an item that will be used for the double bed, so I'm gonna put it inside. We always kept something wedged in between them. That way it would prevent anything from toppling over. These are the dehydrated meals. You can kind of see a little bit of our zip tie temporary work with this bed and getting it level with the floor. And then over here is where we kept a safe. It's a multi-purpose safe. It kept the bed level with the floor, and it was also used to store our valuables. So we kept it locked and strapped to this, and it's very easily accessed by just moving this leg like this, grabbing it, unattaching it, sliding it out, and bada bing, bada boom. It's a really good feeling having your valuables stored when you are at random trailheads you've never been to before and you're on a hike that takes all day. You don't have to worry about if someone were to break into the van. Hopefully they can't access your valuables. This right here is a bungee cord that we used to secure the rolled up foam mattress that we stored right here. I don't have it right here right now for the aesthetic, but I will grab it from inside once we get the bed set up. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab the second piece of styrofoam, place it like this, turn it lengthwise, keep that there. Then I'm gonna come in here and grab these 2, I don't know, license plate holders. They came with my rain guards, so we're putting them to use to protect the fridge and freezer. Okay, now we're gonna use the yoga mat on top of the table. It is quite the setup, so I'm hoping for something more simplistic in the future. Bear canister, pot holders, and I think we're ready. So this magical little Amazon product is called a bunkie board, and it is heavy, but it's sturdy, and it has been such a game changer in order to convert this entire space into a double bed. Honestly, I barely ever did this myself. Josh was always the one that set up the bed. I am now a princess. Times have changed. Okay, check out how sturdy that is. It's amazing. And then, like I said, we kept a roll-up mattress in here, so let me go grab that and I'll show you the finished product. So the plan is to cut it into individual pieces that are stackable and maybe upholster it so that we don't have to lug around this huge thing. So essentially, we would do this from both sides together, but today I'm riding solo, but it's really not that hard. Just unroll it. And it nestles right in. And it's so nice because when we sleep, we each have our own little storage unit and little cup holders to keep our phones. And yeah, there's a whole curtain system. So these close right here. It's still very temporary. It's not very nice yet, but we're working on it. So I have side curtains all around as well. And I have a front curtain track. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's pretty snazzy. It hooks into the sunroof and I'm able to close the front curtains that way. So we get total privacy except for the very back windows. I've just been using the sunshades, but I think I need to cut out some reflectives and do something with that. But let's go around to the side and I'll show you the last step to creating the bed. So lastly, with this corner, it was a little bit lower than the rest of it. So we would just kind of pile some butt pads on top of there. And some may say that's not secure, but we felt pretty dang secure. And we slept like babies in this thing. It's nice because you can just pop your shoes off right here as you're climbing in. You can sleep with your head up here, but we slept with our heads back there. It was just more comfortable that way. Yeah, look at all this space. Oh, it's so nice. I definitely, if I camp in here by myself, would leave it as the single bed because it's so simple and you still have access to all of your appliances. Obviously with this, you don't have access to the toilet or the fridge, and that can be a bummer, but as long as you get everything done you need to do before you go to bed, it's totally fine. Some random other things I have are hooks here. Got bungee cords all over the place. I'm probably forgetting so much, but there is also so much more that is going to go into this van. This is only the beginning. This is the trial run. This is version 1. I will post a video about how I created the floor because that was a whole process. It's all insulated underneath. It's actually very sturdy, very secure. Very nice, if I do say so myself. And I'm excited to continue building. I will also be doing a review on my Trelino toilet if anyone's interested in that. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions about this setup. It will be changed if you have any recommendations for switching things around. I think in the next setup, the fridge will probably be more like in the trunk so that we can easily access it from there. But yeah, I have a lot of thinking and pondering and reflecting to do off of this trip, but it was amazing. And I'm so happy we were able to take this baby out on the road. We took her out on some dirt roads and some dispersed camping areas, and she performed like a champ. So Very, very, very happy with this vehicle. I don't care what anyone has to say about me owning a mom van. This is an amazing vehicle and it's so comfortable, and I'm gonna keep saying it, it's luxurious. It really is. Such a good travel van. I'm very happy with it. And it's very stealth. I actually got pulled over in Idaho, and the officer was like, "This is the first minivan I've ever pulled over that didn't have kids in the back." He was very nice and let me go with a warning, so I appreciated that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you being here as always. Stay tuned for the next video, and I will see you guys next time.